MMDA has released a list of 49 flood-prone areas in Metro Manila as part of its preparations for the rainy season. This list includes Maisilo Circle in Mandaluyong, España and Taft Avenues in Manila, Araneta Avenue, EDSA Camp Aguinaldo and Commonwealth Avenue near the MRT-7 Batasan Station, all in Quezon City. Also identified as high-risk areas for flooding are Muntinlupa, Parañaque, Las Piñas, and Marikina. The MMDA adds that flooding is aggravated in some parts of Manila, particularly in Taft Avenue and Ermita, due to the closure of drainage systems and unfinished pumping stations and pipes near the Baywalk Dolomite Beach project. The agency is currently rehabilitating and clearing pumping stations clogged with trash, which it cites as the primary cause of flooding. The MMDA is likewise coordinating with local governments to align drainage systems and is asking the public to properly dispose of their garbage.
And now, to make sense of these efforts and to shed light on what the government is doing to address Metro Manila's recurring flooding problems, we're joined by DPWH Secretary Manny Bonoan. Unahin na po natin yung Dolomite Beach bago yung...
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying a while ago that yung sa Dolomite Beach, because of the Dolomite Beach, we have to extend po yung the MMDA requested us actually to extend the pipe to discharge the flood waters from that area underneath the Dolomite Beach. No? So, well, I guess the maintenance, of course, of the pumping stations is with the MMDA po.
All pumping stations po in Metro Manila are MMDA's responsibility?
Yes po.
Yes, nabanggit nyo nga nasa charter na ng MMDA, di ba? Parang kumbaga hindi na nasa DPWH at nasa MMDA ng responsibility ng flooding in Metro Manila. Ano po yung role ng DPWH Secretary? Ano pong magagawa nyo to help them?
Well, we are actually coordinating with some programs now, like under the World Bank, ongoing World Bank assisted program. We are now undertaking the rehabilitation of, I think, about 32 old pumping stations to increase the discharge capacity. So we might be able to finish all of this, yung rehabilitation and increasing the capacity of these pumping stations by next year po.
Lahat po yung 32 na sa Metro Manila, Secretary?
Yes po.
Okay, so obviously it's because of all the waste that gets stuck in these pumping stations kaya hindi nakakalabas yung tubig. Tama po ba? It's basura.
That is part of the problem po that we are addressing actually po with MMDA. I think well, there are also issues about land use. And of course, what is aggravating is actually the waste management issue that yung mga bumabara sa mga drainage yata in Metro Manila.
Okay.
In the meantime po, the department is also addressing yung Pasig Marikina flood mitigation system. By putting up some engineering structures doon po sa Upper Marikina to temporarily impede yung flood waters po.
You're talking about the river basin?
Yes, Pasig Marikina River Basin.
Well, Secretary, we are in the midst of the rainy season here in the Philippines and sunod-sunod po yung mga ulan and ang nararanasan po natin until now is that onting ulan lang nagkakabaha po in several areas, particularly in Metro Manila. What's the update on the current flood control programs? Will we start to feel the effects of that this year pa lang po?
Well, in Metro Manila po, we are actually just trying to coordinate with the Metropolitan Development Authority. Sabi ko nga, yung flood management program for Metro Manila is principally the responsibility of MMDA kasi it is under their charter that they are the ones responsible for it. No? But having said that anyway, we are still continuing to assist them in some engineering interventions po in Metro Manila.
Secretary,
I think,
go ahead.
yes po.
Okay. You also said that there are, outside of Metro Manila, no, around the Philippines, that we have about 50 separate river basins. Yun po yung mga flood-prone.
18 po, 18.
18, okay. And
18 river basins.
yeah, you mentioned that yung plans for those were 50 years old and that you were having them updated. This was the last time we spoke to you. Meron na po bang update doon sa 18 river basins?
Yes po, I think most of them are already updated. Yung major river basins. And some of them have been completed.
Which
Some of
ones?
them, like, Cagayan de Oro River Basin, dito po sa may Cagayan River Basin, what I can remember, I think there are 4 or 5 river basins that we have already completed. Now we are planning for the other river basins for under official development assistance from other lending institutions.
The World Bank funded improvement of the pumping stations po is how much yung funding po?
Well, I'm sorry, but I don't have the exact figure now po. But I think they have funded actually the rehabilitation of 32 pumping stations in Manila, in Metro Manila, and the construction of 2 new pumping stations that will be located in San Juan River in Quezon City po.
And to your mind, Secretary, does the MMDA have the capability to oversee the pumping stations? Because we do understand that there have been some instances where hindi nabuksan yung pumping station in the middle of a storm. So things like that, yung inefficiencies.
Well, let me put it this way, that I think many years ago, I think they had been already, the Department of Public Works and Highways has already turned it over to MMDA, yung flood management for Metro Manila po, lock, stock, and barrel.
So is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well,
Please
I'm
be
sure that they
candid.
have already-
Meron
I'm
ba
sure
silang
that they have already-
capability?
I am sure that they have all the organizational setup naman when they absorb the responsibility po. But I think it's a little complicated. No matter how much we do in Metro Manila, unless it is collectively and integratedly addressed. Like if we have all the pumping stations ready, if we cannot address the waste management program
True.
or the mga resettlement of informal settlers and
Right.
things like this. And besides, actually, the other thing that we see that's already complicating the problem is that the drainage mains in Metro Manila are also very old.
Pero nagiging drug din minsan. Well, thank you for being candid with us, Secretary. Tama kayo.
Thank you
It
po.
needs a whole of government approach. Thank you
Yes
so
po.
much. Magandang gabi po sa inyo, DPWH Secretary Manny Bonoan.